Go.
My name's Mary Ann, and I'm a new member of Our Revolution, but a longtime activist. I was here when the ambulance visited Brad years ago, and unfortunately not much has changed. Brad stepped up with Jan Schakowsky and helped save my Head Start Center. And years back, I ended up going to one of his fundraisers because Barney Frank was speaking. I learned two things. I was the only person there without a stock portfolio, and I was the only person there that was not supporting Hillary Clinton. I went on to go to the convention with a group of delegates, and I was in Philadelphia with a life-changing summer. And a lot has changed, but a lot has not changed. 20 years ago, I couldn't afford my mammogram, and I ended up with second-stage breast cancer. And that wasn't the end of it. I took a new job with the Home Depot company because of their part-time insurance. Found out it was a junk policy, it covered nothing. I ended up $80,000 in debt, and the hospital covered another $43,000 in bills. But I'm still here. Not much has changed. Recently, I lost a friend because she couldn't afford her insulin. I had another young friend, she died at 42. She couldn't afford insurance. She kept getting temp job after temp job that didn't want to pay benefits. She died in her sleep from a heart condition she didn't know she had. And this has to change. This is one of the things that this bill can change. Too many of our government officials, we have found out during the pandemic, do not stand for the people they're supposed to represent. I learned a lot about Representative Clyburn and his loyalties after he torpedoed Bernie Sanders and then Nina Turner, and was not happy when Our Revolution paid him a call. He is more interested in keeping his contributions from the healthcare industry, as are so many other people. The Ways and Means Committee is rigged with people who have investment portfolios in insurance and pharma. Richie Neal is one of the biggest benefactors of that. So they have it staffed so that it will never pass out of committee. They even had a pay-go on it, which they finally were forced to remove. So this bill has the chance to be a game changer for all of us. It can lower Medicare. So many people in their 60s are only working at jobs that really are destroying their bodies because they can't afford to quit until they get Medicare. That's got to change. Prescription drugs, too many people die every day because they can't afford prescription drugs. So it's time for Brad Schneider and everybody else to remember that they work for us and not the lobbies, or we will replace them. The Progressive Caucus is now one of the biggest ones in Congress, and Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman, the squad, are all people that have replaced corporate members of Congress with people who are representing the people. So we are here to send that message. It's time, we're in the fight of our lives, that you work for us instead of the Chamber of Commerce, the no labels, the pharmaceutical industry. Because when people like organize, we win. When we organize,
we win. Come on, everyone.
When we organize, we win. Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome. Carla, please. No. Anybody? Clyde. Come on, Clyde. You know you could talk.
My name is Clyde McLemore. I'm founder of the Lake County chapter of Black Lives Matter, executive director. I am here on Medicare expansion. It's very important. 2 years ago, I had a stroke and had to have a lot of medication. Found out I'm a diabetic, and I had the stroke. And luckily, that I did have medical care there. But I'm only 62 years old, and right now I'm running out of medication and have to pay for it fully out of my pocket in order to keep living. And I shouldn't have to do that because I'm also trying to work and take care of my family, you know. So I am here to ask Brad to open up and to allow Medicare expansion to go. People lower the age at 65 years old. I have to wait 3 years. Only if I live 3 years will I get it. And due to my health experience with a stroke 2 years ago, I don't know if I even last for 3 more years. So I'm on my last bottle of medication. So then let's hope that I can raise funds to have my medication redone. And I shouldn't have to be like that because of this is America, and I shouldn't have to be like that. So I'm asking that Medicare for all, really, that's what we really need, but that's another subject. I know that's another subject. I know that's, but if we could just at least get the expansion, then we will move on to the other. This shouldn't be self-serving. It should be for everybody, because we always see Brad when it's election time, and he's out shaking hands, and he makes these promises, but I haven't seen anything come yet. And I'm in the northern part of Illinois. I'm in the Zion area, and we're always forgotten about over there. I mean, the 10th District is part of all of Lake County and Cook County, that part of it, and we're forgotten people. We even had to come 20 minutes to even come to your office. Just imagine somebody that don't have vehicles or anything to just even come out here to Lincolnshire, to your office. It should be more, you should be more proactive in our community. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Clyde. That was excellent. Thank you for sharing. Scott? Go for it, man.
So,
From the heart.
a government should really be 100% focused on making the lives of its citizens better as universally as possible, and that means equity on all fronts, healthcare especially. We're compared to the many governments in Europe, for example, our healthcare is laughably inefficient. Even if, you know, apart from, you know, basic empathy, expanding healthcare in the US would also be a boon for efficiency, and yeah, I can't.
You're actually fine. What you said was great. Remember what you said when you were over by my car before?
Yeah, if Medicare for all is radical, then I can't remember.
I think you said it wasn't. It wasn't radical to. Is it radical to put people's lives over profits? I mean, something to that effect.
No, it wasn't quite that.
It wasn't quite that. That's a little slogan here. It's all right because we could cut parts and we could edit, so it doesn't have to. You're not. So we're not live streaming. That's the beautiful thing about this. So. We'll get back to you later, Scott. And
okay.
We'll be organizing together, I know it. So in the future.
Again, if I'd known, I could have written something in advance.
Stuff, gotta eat talking points.
Next time we meet.
Next time.
Next time we meet. This is my first week on the
must
job.
be
Anna Schiefelbein.
Green Party.
Yes, Illinois Green Party. We want Medicare for all. It's the right decision.
But we're here just asking Brad to just take a baby step and expand and improve Medicare for people who are on it, because we know Brad isn't going to go for Medicare for all.
It's too late for gradual policy. Be all in, everybody in. Just get it done. We're going to vote in.
That's the my way or the highway approach Brad was talking about in his piece in the Hill. But anyway, thanks for showing up. We'll talk.
Yes.
Bob? Vince?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Are you the man in charge here?
The man in charge. No, I'm just the guy who's organizing.
Well, we're happy that everyone's organizing, and we're shocked.
I'm an activist, that's it.
That overwhelmingly hires union workers, and we really try to do our best.
I'm sorry, who are you?
So I'm just with building management. I prefer not to be on camera as well.
Because of the Cubs mask, you're embarrassed?
I'm a little embarrassed. You know, we're
I
having
know.
a pretty bad year.
Got some exciting kids coming up.
We do have
I think there's a
exciting
future.
kids. There's a future, but so all we want to do is we just want to make sure that everyone can be dressed and come in and out of the.
Yeah, we don't want to block the crowds coming in and out. Right? I get it. We're good. We're actually going to be leaving in like a moment.
I remember when everybody moved out of this building.
I'm just part of the building management.
Yeah,
We just-
he's doing his job.
Oh, okay.
We appreciate it. I mean, we're on our way out, so it's all good.
Honestly, it's totally fine if you guys are. We support union workers and everything. It's fine if you guys are protesting wherever you guys wanted.
We were asking, we're not protesting.
Well, it's fine.
Wait, Anna's protesting. The rest of us are asking. She's,
Hey, how long have you been with building management?
she's asking. Yeah,
I've been a long time,
but Brad's gonna say that's the radical left, my way or the highway.
Somebody is not tied
I
to
worked for
corporate
Prime Lending. We were attending the building.
I do-
Brad's a money out of politics guy. He still is. He just takes the money. That's all.
We were trying to do.
Anyway, we're gonna have to cut this part for later.
Down.
Yeah, so.
I think we're good. What time we got?
We